If your only leverage in China is price negotiation, you may already be weakening your position. Most Western executives believe pushing price creates power. It feels logical. Lower cost, stronger margin, better deal. But inside a manufacturing system, price pressure often signals something else. It signals short-term intent. Short-term buyers lose priority first. Let's break down why. Price creates transactional identity. When you focus only on price, the factory categorizes you not emotionally, structurally. They see two types of buyers: transactional buyers and strategic buyers. Transactional buyers negotiated aggressively on unit cost. They switch suppliers easily. They chase short-term arbitrage. That behavior makes them replaceable. And replaceable buyers don't receive structural priority. Factories operate on capacity allocation models. When demand increases, they allocate production to relationships that reduce uncertainty. If you position yourself as a purely transactional, you reduce your own strategic weight. You became a volume line on a spreadsheet, not a long-term partner in their planning model. That distinction matters most than most executives realize. Margin pressure reduces willingness. When you push aggressively on price, you compress margin, reduces flexibility. Under normal conditions, that might not matter. But when pressure hits, raw material spikes, energy increases, labor shortages, export constraints, factories must choose. They protect stable, higher margin relationships first. Why? Because those relationships gives them breathing room. Factories are not negotiating in isolation. They are managing survival. If your account contributes minimum margin and maximum pressure, you move down the internal priority ladder. Not because they dislike you, but because they must protect operational stability. Negotiation is not a one-time event. It is a signal. And aggressive price only negotiation signals short-term thinking. Strategic buyers signal continuity. Now, compare that to a different executive approach. A strategic buyer discusses forecast visibility, long-term expansion plans, production scheduling alignment, joint planning. That changes how the factory sees you. You are no longer transaction. You became part of their continuity model. Continuity reduces uncertainty, and reduced uncertainty increases priority. When factories evaluate who gets capacity first, they consider which buyer creates stability, which buyers gives predictability, which buyers protects long-term revenue flow. That buyer receives structural leverage, not because of discount size, but because of continuity value. Price negotiation alone does not build continuity. Strategic alignment does. Power is built before negotiation. Most executives believe leverage is created inside the negotiation room. Well, it isn't. Leverage is built months before negotiation begins. It's built through positioning, through communication rhythm, through payment behavior, through operational reliability. When pressure increases, and it always does, factory reverts to structural logic. They protect continuity. They reduce exposure. They allocate based on stability. If your identity is price-driven and short-term, you move down the ladder. If your identity is strategic and stable, you move up. That hierarchy exists whether you see it or not. Negotiation is not about extracting the maximum discount. It is about positioning yourself inside the factory long-term survival mode. If you misunderstand that structure, You negotiated from weakness, even when you think you are winning. In global manufacturing, power is rarely loud. It is structural, and structure always decides under pressure. See you until next time.